It's his first time doing this. So, let's get the clapping going here.
I'm so excited.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is what you learn when you're doing readings at Mass. I always make sure that when you are dyslexic, it's not very good to read at Mass. Little hint. So, good evening. I'm playing with the big boys now.
Yay!
I've got skinny trousers on and four boys. Now, I'm going to tell you two stories. These stories come from Seanachai, who was the great storyteller from Banskilligs out in Keelreelig. He's the reason Keelreelig is there. And we're lucky to have a big book of his stories. And these stories I've kind of jizzed up a little bit. There's one that he didn't have an ending, if you remember, so I put that on. So just finish somebody else's sentence. So the first story is about Saint Fionnán, the first Christian to arrive in southwest Ireland. And he arrived and he went up to the chieftain. The chieftain was out in the glen and he gave a spiel all about heaven, hell, Jesus and all that. And he said, "Could you give me some land?" And the chieftain said, "Of course I could." And to get rid of him, he gave it to him in Portuguese. So there was a guy in Portuguese then, Taigvara, and Taigvara was down in Dios. Dios was there then. So he was coming home and it was starting to rain, and Saint Fionnán had built a little chapel and he was inside. Taigvara said, "I'm just going to see what's going on." So he went in anyway. Saint Fionnán was inside going on about the shamrock and the god. He said, "Should we have a triple god already?" "And a triple god." I said, "No, it's fine out. It's going on anyway." But he heard, his ears pricked up when he heard Saint Fionnán say, "Whatever you give me, if you give me an animal, you will get twofold back. I will double it. If you give me a few hens, I will double it. If you give me a sheep, I will double it. If you give me a kitten, I have 4 kittens as well looking for a home, I will double it." So, Taigvara anyway was thinking, because he had this cow, and this cow was wonderful, because this cow was a little pata. She was reared in the bed with himself, and Kate, who he was married to, Kate the Grape. And he said, "I'm sick of that cow, because you put her out into the fields and she's no sooner out there when she's back again at the back door trying to get into the bed." She's all grown up now, so it's a bit tough. So he was saying, he came home anyway to Kate the Grape, and he said, "You know something? There's a fellow out there now, he started a new religion, and he's saying that if we gave him the cow, he'd double it up." She said, "I don't trust any fella to say that." He said, no, look, I'm sick of that cow anyway, because no matter where you put her, she's back at the door again, and we'll give her to this new fella down the road, the cult fella down the road. And we said, cult back then. We'll give her to the cult fella, and we'll see how it goes. And Kate the Grape was saying, "I don't know, I don't trust this at all." And he said, "No, look." Of course, he nagged as well, because men can nag.
Yes.
They don't realise it. Men can gossip and men can nag. Probably actually better than women, because I actually spend a lot of time just scanning the room here now. Yes, I'm okay. I spend a lot of time in community centres where there are CE schemes, and I sit in back because I have no electricity, as you know, and I charge up and everything. I could actually do a thesis of how men gossip. And actually, I have one question to ask. That's a very important question, and I do know where Kate the Grape is in the car and everything like that. You see fellas driving diggers, and they're driving tractors, and they're driving, the big macho guys. You remember the Yorkians, big Richard? They're always on the phone. Who the fuck are they talking to? What are they talking about? It's like, she was wearing this, oh my God! It's like, he nagged Kate the Grape right down, and he took the cow down to Saint Fionnán. And Saint Fionnán said, "You shall get this, I shall return this twofold." Oh, he said, "That's great." And then he went home, and himself and Kate the Grape had a very nice night in the bed without the cow. And they were really happy about this. Things could really happen, and you know, it was a good life forward. Next thing, there was an awful big thumping outside the door. Opened the door anyway. There was the cow running upstairs, but what was behind it but a fine big black bull. And now, Tidy Vara said, "Now, Kate the Grip, look, we've doubled up already. We're doing well." And she said, "Well, don't send the 2 more down now, just keep it at that." That was fine out. Of course, St. Finan woke up the next morning and 2 of his cattle were gone. He was getting cattle all the time, seeing hens and sheep from everywhere. So he sent the servant boy, he had a servant boy as well. Sent the servant boy down to get the cow and the bull back. Tidy Vara was saying, hold on a minute now, sure, I did the deal. I gave the cow and I've got the double back, we're fine, thanks very much, goodbye. So the servant boy went back and told Nathan on. He said, no, you didn't explain, you see, you get this reward in heaven. And they're my cattle. The servant boy went back down again and said, no, you get the reward in heaven, you have to get to heaven, there's lots of steps to get to heaven, and he wants the cattle back. And Tidy Vara said, no, if you want, I'll send Kate the Grip out, and if anybody knows my sister Noreen, Kate the Grip was a bit like Noreen. So, servant boy went back again. And he said, look, he might consider giving the bull back, but he won't. I said, this is ridiculous. I get the animals, and you get your reward in heaven. So they went back down, Tidy Vara, Kate the Great, and they said, right, there's only one person to settle this now, the Druid. So there was a fine, clever, gorgeous, quite sexy Druid. Important E. I think Sean was his name. So they went over to the Druid anyway, and they explained the case. Tidy Vara saying, I went into this place. He said, whatever animal I give him, I get it 2-fold. And now he's saying that he wants all the animals back. And St. Finan was there saying, he didn't understand. You see, he gets his reward in heaven. You get your reward in heaven. You give him the animals, and you get the reward in heaven. So the Druid was thinking, it's quite good looking now, is what he was. So you get the reward in heaven, is it? That's right, that's I'm blue in the face when trying to say that you get the reward in heaven. So the Druid said, you know what? I think you'd be better off getting your cattle in heaven as well. And there on, oh Jesus Almighty. Just as the punchline. So from there on in, the church decided never to take animals off people anymore, only money, because that stays where it's put. Oh.